Novak Djokovic has reclaimed his spot at the top of the rankings despite being unable to compete in the Miami Open. Novak Djokovic will continue to make history after returning to number 1 in the rankings despite being stopped from playing in Indian Wells and Miami. With Carlos Alcaraz failing to defend his Miami Open title from last year, the Serb leapfrogged him to reclaim the top spot without even competing. It means Djokovic will keep adding to his record weeks at the top of the rankings, further widening the gap between himself and Roger Federer. Djokovic has returned to the number 1 spot today despite being banned from competing in Indian Wells and Miami when U.S. Homeland Security denied his vaccine waiver request. It meant that he was dethroned when Alcaraz won Indian Wells, with the teenager topping the rankings on the 20th of March and sending the 35-year-old down to number 2. But the 22-time major champion has now leapfrogged Alcaraz once again after the Spaniard failed to defend the Miami Open title he won in 2022, losing an epic semifinal to Jannik Sinner. Ahead of the Sunshine Swing, the Serb had already set a new record for most all-time weeks at number 1, surpassing Steffi Graf. Djokovic dethroned Federer for most ATP weeks at number 1 back in 2021 and will continue to pull further ahead of the now-retired Swiss star as he begins his 381st week at the top, with Federer claiming 310 weeks and Graf having 377. When the 35-year-old was overtaken by Alcaraz last month, he revealed he had no regrets over not getting vaccinated, despite it preventing him from playing in Indian Wells, which led to him losing the number 1 spot. "I've learned through life that regrets only hold you back and basically make you live in the past, and I don't want to do that," he told CNN. Djokovic also said Alcaraz deserved to be number 1 at the time, but has now surpassed the 8-time title winner ahead of his return to competition. At the time, he explained, "I congratulate Alcaraz. He absolutely deserves to come back to number 1. The Serb will be back in action at next week's Monte Carlo Masters after being unable to play the Sunshine Double. He is then set to play the ATP 250 event in Banja Luka, with his brother George acting as the tournament director." After losing the number 1 spot to Djokovic, Alcaraz said he had been more concerned about trying to complete the Sunshine Double. "Winning both Indian Wells and Miami back-to-back, for me is like I lost the semifinal. I don't think about I lost the number 1, I lost the Sunshine Double. I don't think about it," he said.